Hello and welcome. Welcome to NYT Towers. Nice to be out in the wild. Nice to be out in public. Hope you're all doing well. I've been enjoying the sunshine if you're in the UK. We're having a late summer surge here. Very, very welcome here in the UK. Beautiful weather for beautiful people. So, thanks for joining us. We're gonna, get right to business here. We're not gonna waste much time because we've got a couple of announcements to make. And here we go. The side info bar of doom is here. And we are 4 years old. So this is one of the first things I want to talk about. It's the fact that NYT somehow was born during or just before the pandemic. And in some bizarre way, we managed to come out of the pandemic an incredibly strong community of unbelievably talented artists and, quite frankly, even better human beings. And it's something that I'm incredibly happy and very grateful about. I don't really do Pride these days, but honestly, it's filled my heart with joy to see the way that our community's been built, how it's come together, how everyone's contributed from every single member who's ever signed up for a membership, been part of our Discord community, been part of our Facebook group right at the beginning, and even down to our really beautiful extended family of artists who I can, reel off now, honestly, from Shadow Child being the first, big artist to do a masterclass for us, through to Mike Cave, mastering and mix engineer extraordinaire to the likes of Camel Fat and Lewis Capaldi and Digitalism and what else, through to Patrice Baumel doing track feedback sessions with us, doing an amazing artist masterclass, which is one of our most popular classes still to this day. We've had Tim Green, Sebastian Muller. We've had some of our own members do masterclasses like Gareth Cole, Four Candles, who's gone on to do amazing things, which we'll talk about in a second. And just in general, the growth has just been absolutely unbelievable. And the growth in terms of the community, but not only, on an individual artistic level, but as a whole. So we endeavour to continue, and let's just say that we're not going anywhere anytime soon. So to celebrate this, we're going to do our now traditional 50% off celebration sale. So we do this every year to celebrate our birthday. And it's a chance, if you are looking to become a more serious artist, if you are looking to be part of a community that can really support you to become everything you can be, both as an artist in the electronic music space and as a human being in general. And you want to surround yourself with incredible people who have similar goals and aspirations to you. They do say in the whole self-improvement world that you are the sum total of the 5 people that you spend the most time with, or the people that you surround yourself with. So what if you surrounded yourself with, a couple of 100 incredibly talented people who are all doing amazing things, and, you look at the success that our community has had, whether it be the likes of, our alumni like Moritz, Michael Davidson, who's done amazing things playing at Fabric on the regular, releasing on labels like Dynamic and Running Back, and also releasing on Fabric compilations himself. I was very lucky to have a young lad from Liverpool sit here right at the beginning of his career who went on to be known as Masano. And that just fills me with so much happiness just to see how Sam has just absolutely exploded, and arguably is one of the biggest artists on Afterlife now. That it just fills me with so much happiness, and it did back in the day where I helped the lads Cusp, I helped Jack and Luke with their productions, and then they went on to do amazing things and be released on the likes of Records and We Are the Brave, and so many other artists releasing on so many labels. We mentioned them before, but Chris, Four Candles, one of our proudest moments was standing there on the dance floor at Bedrock in Fabric listening to Digweed play for 5 hours, and he dropped Chris's record Devious, and that absolutely tore the roof off. And then that went out to be released on Bedrock, and Chris has played with John a couple of times now, and he's a very firm fixture in the Bedrock family, and also a very firm fixture of our own family, considering he coached a couple of sessions for us last week. So, you know, we've gone from people being members and being learners through to being masters on their own. So it's a beautiful community, and we're going to take it to another level in a couple of ways. So again, if you're watching this and thinking that you need some help, you want some mentorship, you want access to the best information out there, you want to be mentored by some of the best artists in the industry, but you want to be part of a strong community, because it can be a lonely job, you know, trying to make this music at home alone for extended amounts of hours in the studio and plowing away, and maybe you don't have that community around you. This is the community for you, I can tell you that. And it's been an amazing thing watching the level of personal transformation happen as well. So what we're offering is our traditional 50% off sale, and you can hit the link here, and I'm going to put it underneath in the comments of Facebook and YouTube, because I'm streaming on both platforms at the same time. And basically, we can go over to our 4th birthday sale. So if I just go over to a screen share here, we'll have a look at that page. Basically, wonder where hang on a minute. There we go. Okay, and I need to be on the screen there, and for some reason I'm not. Right, okay, Wonders of Live Television. Let me just sort that out. Where am I? There I am. Lovely. Okay, so if you're not familiar with what we do here at NYT, we offer professional level artist development, and we take that incredibly seriously. So it really is about how we get you to the point where you can launch yourself as an artist. So we do this in a deeply personal way. We're very different to other communities where maybe it's a little less of a personal approach. I know every single member by name. I have one-to-one sessions with them all. I really, really go deep with them about what it is that they want to create and help them to get those tools and be able to create that reality for them. So basically, this is how it works. So for those of you who are not, initiated, like, we basically do one-to-one coaching. We do weekly live classes and community calls. We do, a lot of stuff on now Discord, because we've left Zoom because of obvious reasons, their terms and conditions being a little bit dicey these days. So we do it all within our Discord server, which is popping off to like such an extent that like I struggle to keep up with it on a daily basis, quite frankly, never mind anybody else. It's a vibrant, very rich community. So we do these regular track feedback sessions. We go into a lot of depth on the engineering, on the musicality. We often bring guests in for that. Previously, we've had, as I mentioned, the likes of, Patrice Baumel. We've had Atish. We've had Brent Lawson, who I know is watching now. Hello, my friend, from the rather mighty Probitech Records. We've done stuff with him before. And, it's been amazing. Like I said, last week we had, track feedbacks with Chris with 4 Candles, which is an amazing way to kind of reintegrate once somebody's made that journey and is off doing their thing. It's great that they come back and give back. And we've had amazing classes again previously with the likes of James Orvis, absolute synth demon that he is. Incredible on the Hydrosynth and gives amazing feedback to people. So, incredible stuff across the board. So that's how we do it. And we've got 20 plus courses. And one of the big ones we've really focused on this year is music marketing. The Market Your Music 2.0 course has been absolutely incredible. It's been really, really detailed, really in depth. How to build your brand as an artist and how to really launch yourself, and how to do everything from basically getting your branding right, getting your press kit right, getting your bio right, how to use ChatGPT for artists in a way that actually helps you create more time in the studio with incredible people like David Boyle, who's just like an absolute genius savant when it comes to this type of thing, and a number of other people. And, we're going deep on Spotify, streaming, how to get the right results, Bandcamp, the whole 9 yards. So it's pro-level artist development at your fingertips. Basically, it's about building your brand, making the best music you can, getting signed, hopefully getting out there, getting on tour. Or if you are, looking in it a different way, maybe you want to go into film and television composing, which is something that I've done in the past. I can help you with that. We've got people who are looking to make sample packs and make synth presets and make money from their studio. That's also an absolutely, legible and very sort of relevant thing. There's some guy there who you might recognize, and there's another guy that you might recognize. And we had to put Chris on the front page because it is such a success story for all of us. It was a real team effort, and I'm just so grateful to Chris for the way that he's given back to the community, and it really means a lot to me. So basically, as he says here, it's been instrumental in holding him to account as an artist, and the result is guidance that works, growth that inspires, and a strong community ethos that can help you realize your true potential. And, I really thank Chris for saying that, because I know that is something that really helped him. Having that rhythm of the monthly feedback sessions that we do every 2 weeks really helps people get into a cadence of helping them get tracks absolutely boxed off, getting them over the finish line, getting that extra little bit of feedback, and then being accountable to the community by having something to present in those sessions is absolutely critical. And it's really where the rubber really hits the road within MYT, and we really go at it with the actual feedback itself. We use top level plugins like Metric AB, and we even do live examples of how certain things could be done better, and we really leave you under no illusion as to what you need to do to improve your productions in an incredibly positive, constructive way. And quite frankly, some of the sessions have been so astonishingly high level that it's actually amazed me and has really left me kind of lost for words. So just to kind of give you the run, 50% off at the moment. Basically, it's 120 quid for 6 months rather than 240, and it's 240 for a year rather than 480, basically. So that's going to be on until basically the end of this month. So we're going to be obviously offering this. More than happy for you to jump on board. Obviously, if you want to pay month to month, there's a month to month option there, which basically is the same price as always. So we're offering the 50% off on a 6-month and 12-month basis. So again, people sign up for this, and sometimes they sign up for multiple years, and we're having to put time on their memberships. They buy 2 and 3, and they know that they're going to stack it for a couple of years at a time, which I'm really grateful for, because it shows how much trust that we've got from our community. So again, at the bottom here, you can see certain companies that we partner with, like, say, for example, Volta, the amazing visuals platform, the likes of Soundplate and Slate and Ash and XLN Audio. We basically have partners with a lot of these companies and partnerships where you can get discounts as well. So we're negotiating on that behalf all the time. We're pretty friendly with the guys at Songstats, for example, amongst many others. So again, as your membership goes, it adds more and more values. We're always adding more courses. We're always adding more to the existing courses. For example, the Mixdown Mastery, we just added Dolby Atmos to that recently. And there's always other interesting projects, like I did a whole kind of courses worth around my album Dissolve, which the production for which was mostly live streamed within the Discord server. So there's a huge amount basically that you can dig into, and a lot of new members actually find it a little bit overwhelming, to be honest with you, at the beginning. So again, this is your chance, and we would be absolutely honored to guide you in the next stage of your career if that's what you need. So massive thank you to everyone who has been a member over these last 4 years. And to be honest with you, we really want to take it to the next level. And as I struggle with the sidebar of doom re-emerging and disappearing again, what I mentioned before about the track feedback sessions being such an astonishingly high quality, it's been absolutely bonkers. And what I notice a lot, just to kind of give you the run of things, like I will on a regular basis get notifications from our private streams on YouTube for track feedback saying there's been a copyright pick up on this, and it's because yet another one of the records that's featured on the track feedback sessions has been signed. So whether it's being pinged by Labelworks or by Proton or whatever distributor the label that has signed the member's track has gone from, I'm getting notifications on an almost daily basis now that that's the case. So it's absolutely amazing. So rather than seeing these copyright things as being like, oh my God, like this is awful, it's actually like, yes, another track has been signed, another member is on their way. And honestly, like the members can tell you, like a lot of them are watching right now, they will tell you, like, in the comments, like, just how high quality the sessions are. Like, some nights it's just astonishing, and it turns from being a feedback session into, you know, basically I used to call them a Zoom rave. They're now Discord raves, essentially, where it's just like, listen to that. That is unbelievable. And there have genuinely been occasions where people have played me records and it's left me absolutely speechless. So I feel like I had my hand forced with what I'm about to announce. So this is a very special announcement. And for those of you who know my history and know what I've done in the past, you know that I'm not doing what I'm about to announce lightly. Well, I think everybody knows by now I don't do anything lightly. You know, I take everything, you know, possibly a little bit too seriously at moments. And, you know, I give things full commitment. So with that being said, this is something that I have wonderfully been forced into by the community just being so astonishingly good. So I'm here to announce tonight, and we've kept this quiet. This has been coming for a while, but we've kept this within the community, so we're really happy to announce that we're going to do a new record label. So this is going to be the spiritual successor, if you will, to the previous label that I was involved with, that I was a co-founder of with my dear friends Sam and Marcus, called Chapter 24 Records. You may have heard of it. Like, it had a pretty good run. I'm pretty happy to say that. And ultimately, we're going to do a new label. And basically, this is because of the level of quality of the community's tracks. Like, it's on a level that it does leave me kind of like running out of superlatives for it. It really does. It kind of just, you know, makes me a bit speechless, as you can probably tell. So just to give you an understanding of this, the label itself is going to be called Emergent Properties. And there's a very big reason for that, because basically, to define what an emergent property is, I'm going to bring this up on the screen. In philosophy, systems theory, science, and art, emergence. So an emergent property is part of emergence, as they call it. Emergence occurs when a complex entity has properties or behaviors that its parts do not have on their own, and emerge only when they interact in the wider whole. So it's a really complex, quite, you know, posh way of saying the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. And I felt when I came up with the idea for doing a label that a concept like emergent properties, like, you know, they're talking about emergent properties all the time in AI, for example, you know, that AI systems are starting to show understanding in things that, you know, it wasn't trained on, for an imagine. So ultimately, with that, you know, I thought that is MYT. Like, effectively, MYT is a complex system. It's a community, because we'd be nothing without the community. You know, cards on the table, when I first started MYT, I thought we'd just sell courses. I genuinely did. I just thought we'd sell the best courses in the industry. And what happened through the pandemic is that we became a community, and we became something much bigger. We became something much more important, which is a community and a culture with incredibly strong values and incredible support and incredible, you know, I will say it, like, you know, a shared, like, love for the community and a shared love for electronic music, and a passion to kind of do it the right way. So, you know, the artists who are going to release on Emergent Properties are, you know, basically the entities that start to show behaviors that wouldn't have if they weren't part of a larger whole. And I think that's a really beautiful way of expressing what we are. So what Emergent Properties is going to be as a record label, it's going to be an expression of us as a community. If you know anything about Chapter 24, we were hinting at something deeper. We were hinting at the esoteric, the spiritual, the occult, if you will. You know, things like the initial series of artworks were Aesop's fables, and we did tarot cards and all sorts of stuff. And even the name Chapter 24 and the concept come from Chapter 24 of the I Ching, with a little bit of Pink Floyd thrown on top. you know, and it was all about bringing storytelling back into electronic music. And, you know, this is a label with another clear and deep purpose. So what Emergent Properties is going to be is very strictly an NYT AAA member only label. So the only way that music can be released on Emergent Properties is if they're a currently active NYT member. So that kind of makes things kind of simple, because what it allows us to do is do what we would call like true artist development, which is what we do within the platform, as I've just mentioned before. But it gives the artists a launch pad, and it obviously, it goes without saying that the minimum standard of artwork, production, the ethos of it all, the execution of it all, the minimum standard of that is going to be the same as Chapter 24. And in a lot of ways, I'm going to look to take what we learned from Chapter 24 and apply it here in this new context. And again, it's an expression of our true community. And that is, you know, that's the way it's going to be. We've got amazing music lined up for you. And what I'm really, really proud to say is that the first release is going to be on the 29th of this month. And you actually heard one of the tracks on the way in. And basically, the track that you heard on the way in is from a guy who I've thought has been just an astonishingly talented guy for quite a long time, and actually weirdly struggled to get signed. And ironically, when I finally sort of snapped and went, fuck it, I'm doing a record label, and if nobody else wants to sign you, I will, the guy got signed to Traum. And he was on the Tour de Traum release. And that was funny because we actually had two members on that EP, on that 100-track Odyssey that they put out. So we had Jules Nathanson, who is, you know, amazing part of the community and doing amazing things. And also the guy that we're going to release first, and we decided to give the honor to as the first artist releasing on Emergent Properties, which I'm just playing in the background a little bit. Here's a bit of background. So here is the first artwork, and here is the logo for Emergent Properties. So we're going to be putting music out on a very, very regular basis from now. After this release, we are going to put out an ADE sampler in time for ADE. So more information on that soon. That'll be going out ADE week. And then from there, we're going to be putting the spotlight on some brilliant artists. We really are. And, you know, I might make an appearance every now and then with some of my own stuff, and I may well be very, very much tempted to do a remix or two. I never know, like some of our extended family may well make an appearance as well. I've been talking to some of them and they love the concept, and who knows who might end up remixing a member's track. So, you know, for us, like, this is all about humanity. This is all about human expression. And, you know, that's what we're trying to get through with the artwork. So again, you know, very earthy. So we're going to have themes, and, you know, our amazing illustrator, graphic artist, Craig Mars from Mo Junkie is just, you know, absolutely phenomenal. And we're going to be doing, you know, a lot with this. So yeah, brand new record label, Emergent Properties, coming soon from NYT, from the community. So the idea is that we're going to put music out so high level that we want this to not be just like, you know, with all due respect, like, you know, oh, you know, it's an educational platform with a record label, like, how cute. No, we're aiming for the top. We're aiming for the top. And we're aiming to do it in a way that is going to help people to actually make money as an artist as well. So Bandcamp is going to be a massive part of what we do, as well as the other usual suspects on streaming and download, like Beatport, for example. We're going to be very much artist-centric in terms of contracts. And, you know, we couldn't be happier. This is the perfect time. This is the absolute, you know, best time to become an NYT member, because you're going to get an opportunity to be amplified to the larger world through this. And, you know, we're very much going to build off the legacy of Chapter 24 with this label. So it's actually not starting from a standing start, shall we say. You know, we're very thankful to our amazing partners in distribution at Labelworks, who are distributing both this label and my other new label, Microdose Music, which is obviously the Music for Psychedelic Therapy label, which launched last month with my own album, Dissolve. And yeah, there you go. So there is your announcement. Emergent Properties coming to a dance floor near you very soon indeed. So yeah, happy to finally get this out there because this has been months in the making. And yeah, stay tuned, because this guy, Seb, is literally just the beginning. Like, we've got so many talented people to show you. So, very, very nice. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, this is an interesting one. So Ariel said, oh, nice, congrats, bro. I know someone who has some unreleased tracks. Great. Are they an NYT member? Because they're going to need to be in order to be able to release them on the label. Because it's members only, baby. It's members only, baby. And that is going to be a hard rule. So one of the things that does mean, just to be very, very clear on this, it means that I'm actually not accepting any demos externally. So I'm going to get that out there right now. I'm not trying to offend anyone by saying this. We're also going to be a little bit different when it comes to promo as well, because we're not going to be sending like hundreds and hundreds of promos out to people. Because I'll be completely honest, I think the promo system is something that needs to be fixed in the dance music industry. And, you know, we're going to be very selective about who we send music to. And we're going to, you know, be looking at that very, very seriously. So, yeah, if you like what we're doing, you know where we are. You know where we are. We are at www.transition.studio. Again, we're doing the 4th birthday sale, 50% off for 6 and 12-month memberships. And yeah, we continue to grow, and it's turning from, you know, a group to a community, and from a community to a movement. So very, very happy with where this is leading. So yeah, can't wait for you to hear the music. You're hearing some of it now, even though I'm talking over it very deliberately. Anyway, that's going to be it from me. We'll be back soon. More coming, more incoming. And yeah, there you go. Enjoy the rest of your Monday, guys. It's been a pleasure. Take it easy, and I'll see you all very soon indeed. Much love.